Thriller Bark gets clowned on. Too goofy, too random, not serious enough. But here's the twist. Thriller Bark wasn't filler, it was a funeral. It's where Brook's soul was reborn, where Zoro gave us one of the rawest moments in anime history, and where Luffy risked everything not just to win, but to bring someone back from the dead. It's horror, it's comedy, it's heartbreak, all stitched together. And if you only seen this as a gag arc, you miss the soul of the story. Hear me out. At first glance, Thriller Bark feels like a Halloween special. You got a haunted mansion, a zombie army, a skeleton who tells jokes, Luffy losing his shadow, a warlord with a lion growing out of his stomach. It's peak chaos. It's loud, it's ridiculous. But that right there is the misdirection, because beneath all of that, this arc is about what happens when your identity is taken and how far you'll go to get it back. The zombies are more than a joke, they're victims. Souls ripped from their body and stitched into puppets. And Gecko Moria is not some mustache twirling villain. He's a man so broken by Kaido that he's trying to cheat death by outsourcing pain. Even Perona, who seems like a one-note gag, is a character defined by fear and insecurity. Her negative hollows literally make people give up. She weaponizes depression. And Luffy, he becomes the very thing this arc is actually critiquing. A soulless body, his shadow stolen, his identity gone. It's like comedy with teeth. A clown show masking a crisis of self. Let's talk about Brook. He's one of the saddest characters in One Piece, but it doesn't hit you all at once. It sneaks up on you. He laughs, he sings, he asks to see your panties. But underneath all of that, he's been alone for 50 years, stuck in a broken body, drifting on a cursed ship, waiting for someone who might remember him. Brook didn't just lose his crew, he lost himself. The Rumbar pirates were wiped out, he watched them die. One by one, but he still held on because of a promise. Because somewhere on the other side of the Grand Line, Laboon was waiting. Brook's entire existence became about keeping a promise, even though his own sense of time, identity, and purpose started to erode. He wasn't just a skeleton, he was grief made flesh. And when Luffy offers him a seat on the ship, not because he's useful, but because he's Brook, that's the first time he was seen as a person in decades. Now let's talk about the moment. The one that shut the fandom up. The one that still gives you chills. Kuma shows up, the Straw Hats are broken. They barely survive Gecko Moria. Luffy's unconscious and they can't fight, and Kuma is here to erase them all. Sanji steps up, tries to offer his life. Zoro knocks him out and steps forward and makes a deal with the devil. He takes all of Luffy's pain, all of it. This wasn't a punch, this wasn't a clash of hockey. It was a man choosing to suffer for another. Because to Zoro, Luffy's dream is more important than his own life. And when the crew finds him, bloody, silent, and standing in a pool of his own suffering, he says nothing happened. No scene in One Piece ever said so much with so little words. Moria's a joke until you realize why he's like this. He lost everything to Kaido, his crew, his pride, his future even. And instead of healing, he gave up. He outsourced pain to his shadows. He built an army of corpses to do the fighting for him. Moria isn't evil, he's empty. A warning to what happens when you run away from grief instead of facing it. Luffy sees it and rejects it. He doesn't want power without pain. That's not real strength. That's what Thriller Bark is saying. You don't get to bypass suffering. You carry it, you grow from it, you share it. This wasn't a standard arc. There was no island to save, no ancient prophecy to fulfill. But every Straw Hat was tested. Sanji was ready to die for Luffy. Chopper had to fight against zombified medical ethics. Usopp had to fight against a ghost that made him want to give up on life. And at the end, they didn't just win. They came out stronger, more united, more human. Thriller Bark was a haunted house, but it was also a mirror. It showed us what fear, grief, and sacrifice looked like. And when Brook plays Bink Sake for the first time, it's surrounded by a new family. This wasn't the arc we expected, but might have been the one we needed. Thriller Bark has consequences. Brook joins the crew. The promise to Laboon becomes part of the Straw Hats' journey. Kuma becomes a looming mystery and Zoro's loyalty is canonized. Gecko Moria's broken psyche foreshadows how the new world treats failure. And in the final saga, Kuma's introduction leads directly into the Revolutionary Army's storyline. Moria's ties to Blackbeard may come full circle. Thriller Bark wasn't a breather, it was a bridge. Between grief and growth, between comedy and consequences. So yeah, Thriller Bark was weird, but weird isn't bad. Weird is where One Piece hides the heart. This arc gave us laughs, but also gave us loss. And in that balance between skeleton jokes and the sword drenched in silence, we got a glimpse of what made the Straw Hats different. They don't just fight for freedom, they fight for the souls that the world has forgotten. What's your favorite moment from Thriller Bark? Is it Zoro's silence or Brook's past? Or is it Luffy putting the zombie back inside the grave? Drop it in the comments and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that noti bell for more videos like this. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
might strike immortality. Say what up, man. This is life, immortality.
But that's what I want at the end of my dream.